Ruler School is brought to you by Odyssey Games, where you can go to get singles for all your Force of Will and other trading card games, as well as these amazing patrons.
Thank you for your support. Enjoy the video.
Hey there, Rulers. DMO73 here, bringing you the deck profile for the Harvest Lich list from Harvest and Corrupt Lich list from earlier this week. This list was honestly an absolute blast to play. It is green-black with like the bareliest little amount of red just for playing. We call him Stan at our locals, Satan. But yeah, it's very, very fun. It is based primarily off of a list that was ran in Italy and top aided. But they were playing Lucifer, I believe. I decided to try to play Lich because I wanted to play the Lich Resonator. Ultimately, it is a 100% New Valhalla list, so you can just run it straight out of New Valhalla, but there is a lot of fun stuff to kind of go into play here. So quickly, we're playing 10 magic stones. You could easily make modifications to the deck to play some mystery counter, Stone from the Dark Castle stones, and then use some mystery counter effects, but ultimately Layla can't grab those, and we didn't care, so we just played basic blacks. And then rune-wise, we're playing a Power of Immortality, Freed from the Altar, Cycle of Death, because it's really, really cute to use Cycle of Death when you're having things that like recycle over and over and over again, as well as with Sacrificial Altar. Invitation to Purgatory, because it sets up the stand triggers, and then Jet Black Wings is a nice little board wipe slash setback for your opponent's board. So going into the main deck, we're playing obviously four, if it'll click on the right card, we're playing 4 Layla, mainly to use it for ramp, but also just to kind of have as a blocker. You can do it for a lot of different things. It's just kind of this advantageous thing that just always sticks around. So you're playing 10 Blackstones, so you might as well play 4 Layla. 2 Onlooking Vampire for a splash of green. I could see you bumping this up to 3 and maybe going with only 3 Fallen Angel, but we're playing 4 Fallen Angel because it's also a removal spell that hits J-Rulers, which is super important. 3 Mana Transmuter because we have splash colors and we're in black, so why not use Transmuter? It's just free value. And we get the life back most of the time if we hit the Lucifers. 3 Athenia, Deity of Harvest and Corruption. An amazing card, and it does really allow for some weird manipulation of your opponent's board and graveyard and all kinds of cool stuff. 2 Lich, the Resurrected Cleric. It is important to note that if you can corrupt, if you do when he leaves the because we're playing Lich, if he goes to the graveyard and you choose Harvest, you can grab himself and bring him back to your hand. So he just kind of never runs out. So you have this repeating 3-drop 7/7 that just never dies. And then it's really, really nice if you have Athenia out, because then you're getting something back and forcing your opponent to discard a card twice, which is really cool. 2 Astema, the Returnee of Hatred. Just a great card. Probably should bump it up to more. Honestly, if you were playing Lucifer, you'd probably just ditch the 2 Lich and play 4 Astema, honestly. But it is just a great card. 2 Lucifer, very easy to get to the graveyard thanks to Invitation to Purgatory, and then you just kind of have this subtle value that just kind of happens. And then if your opponent can't stop all these like paying effects or kill Lucifer, then you just get all that life back. 2 Athenia, Sealed God of the Ruins, because kind of why not? We can get it back really easily with Altar. It's just a casual, like it's just in there to grab if you need to off of the altar, or just to play because you have so much available will to just generate value. 2 Utgarda Loki, because I did want some like instant speed spot removal that was kind of heavier hitting, and also it's just in black, so it's just easier for us to use this guy. And then we don't really care about the lose 4 life because 1, it triggers Stan, and 2, we get it back with Lucifer. And then Satan, God of the Fallen, he absolutely just exists in the deck to just sit on the field and then just come out when you need him. It's just kind of this passive value generation. The longer the game goes, the better he gets, and then eventually you'll play it. He'll have 10 counters on him. You get to mass a board up, wipe your opponent's board, and do all kinds of cool stuff just for him just sitting there. 3 March of the Deads, to be able to bring stuff back, like the 1-drops and Layla and all kinds of stuff. Pretty much just to recycle those. I could see this also changing to a Command of Life and Death so that you can grab your 3-drops, but March of the Dead works just fine for right now. 4 Sacrificial Altars, of course. 3 Sephiroth, the Blueprint of Life. This is an absolute silly card, especially if you can get Athenia out, because you just suddenly have 3 potential will to make your opponent not be able to cancel, which is really, really nice. In a format that's going to have a lot of Kakias in it. And then 2 Life-Severing Blade, again, just for some instant speed spot removal that we pretty much always can turn into a 1-drop whenever we want. So that is the deck. I hope you guys like it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment sections down below, or what you would do to run it differently. I'm always interested to hear those different builds. And until next time, this is TMO73 saying, class dismissed.